So when we were first getting into aesthetics and interested in working with providers, we could have gone for a traditional med spa type business. By creating Portrait as more of a platform rather than as a med spa, we were able to lean into them as individuals. One conversation that we've had, I think, many times with providers is they have a moment where they realize, for one reason or another, that the value they generate is not being passed back to them. They've built up equity for the med spa. They've built brand identity for the med spa. They've built a client following for the med spa. And the med spa has continued to set a new, maybe record profit every year. And the provider gets a $5 raise or something like that.
I think at some point, as a provider, you just kind of have to make a choice for yourself. There is the stability, it's the known world, versus taking a huge bet on yourself and that leap of faith, and your world could become a lot bigger, a lot more exciting, but it's going to be new, and sometimes that's a little scary too. But with Portrait, maybe it isn't.
We think about this a lot, how different we are philosophically from a traditional med spa. There's the compensation side of things, but another big one is really doing everything we can to get providers forward-facing, whether it's with pharma, with their clients, with our other business partners. I think that is one of the reasons that people hesitate on shifting directly from a med spa to trying to say, I want to launch my own thing, because it takes years to build a business without real business partners.
When you choose to power your business with Portrait, you're not a 1099 contractor. You're not a W-2 employee. You actually own your own entity. And that was really important for us, because I think it's how these businesses should be structured, but it's also just the knowledge of knowing that it is your actual entity that you are putting your energy into, that you are investing your time and resources into, and is creating value for you, as opposed to someone else's entity.
You want to be able to grow, and it's hard to do that when you're on an island by yourself. It takes a lot. It takes a lot to put together a network of really committed, really bright, really personable, knowledgeable clinical directors and providers. And so we have this incredible knowledge base at Portrait that is truly second to none. It's been really incredible to watch how comfortable people feel, where over and over again I've had these stories that providers come in and say, I feel more supported than I've ever been in my career from a clinical standpoint. And I'm really proud of that.
Much like an artist has access to a blank canvas and paint, the outcomes are very different. Well, the same is true in this industry. That vial, that syringe doesn't create any value sitting on the shelf. It only creates value through your hands. And there's definitely an artist and all the best professionals in this field.